Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We are continuing here in the PELE YOETZ in the Ahavas Ish, the Isha, the love that a husband has for his wife and vice versa. Umichlal ha'ava, and included in the love that a husband needs to express to his wife, shelo yarchik nedoid b'derech rechik zmanu zmanim. He should limit his travels, his business trips, his vacations without his wife as much as is possible, not to be away from home for too long. Besides the fact that he causes bad to himself, like I'm going to explain later on in this sefer, in the chapter called Machshava, Thoughts, with Siyata D'Shemaya, with Hashem's help. I would imagine over there it's speaking about the idea that a man that is left with too much time on his own, too far away from home and seeing the sights and the wonders of the new territory that he's in, his thoughts could end up running wild into the wrong place. So therefore, on one hand, it's not healthy, spiritually healthy for the man to be too far away from home for a long time, what it will do to him. However, it's also causing tremendous anguish and tsar and distress to his wife. Because in a healthy relationship, a wife loves her husband very much. And when her husband ends up separating from her, meaning he goes off on his business trips or these things that they do, the guy's trip. The guy's married to a woman and they have a happy marriage, hopefully, but him and his friends, they have to have a guy's trip. They go away for a week to go, who knows what they do. We don't even want to know what they do. But when he separates from his wife, so it causes her a lot of distress. He aniyat sayara. She's like a destitute lady all on her own. Chaye tsar tichya. She lives a life of tsar, of distress at those moments. She feels so abandoned. She feels so alone. She doesn't have the comfort and the safety of her husband in the house. At night, she doesn't get to see him walking in after his shachris or after his learning or after a long day at work where he was an ehrlich, he was an honest guy. She doesn't see him doing homework with the kids. She doesn't see his smiling face. She doesn't feel his loving embrace. She's missing all of that. So when the husband leaves the house, for whatever reason it might be, sometimes he has no choice. He has to go somewhere. He has to travel for his simcha. He has to travel for business. He has to travel for good reasons. All true. But, says the PELE YOETZ, a husband should try to limit those trips as often as possible. And then when he even has to go, he should try to cut down on the amount of days that he is absent from the house. At least, at least the husband can be a mensch, and he can send home letters and postcards to his wife with words of peace and words of love, in order to continue stirring the pot of love between him and his wife while he's away. Now, I guess in our generation, there are the blessings and the curse of technology, and many people have on their telephones texting or WhatsApp or the ability to send emails from wherever they are. And this is the way that a person could fulfill these words of the PELE YOETZ. If a husband has to go away for a few days, he should be dropping his wife notes periodically, a text. Hi, honey, thinking about you. How's it going over there with the kids? Love you, miss you, Baruch Hashem, things are going well over here. And a woman likes details. She likes to hear a little bit of what's going on over there. So send her an update, what you were doing when you were in the business deal. Let her know what's going on when you're traveling together with your kids to different places and she's at home. Let her know what it was like at the simcha, at the wedding that you went to, how beautiful it was, and the band that was there, and the food, and the decor, and the setting. Let her know about these things, because that's the way that a husband keeps up his shaykhis, keeps up his connection with his wife, even when he's not there in the flesh. And if you have the financial means to do so, Yishlach ish kepam bepam matonos v'chafetzim. He should send his wife gifts even. Lahachayos leiv nidkoyim, in order to lift up the heart of those that are broken. Ulesamech es nefesh ishta, and to bring simcha to his wife's soul. Ulahafig tzara, and to remove her tsar, her anguish that her husband is not around. So this is in the olden days when they would travel for business. It wasn't like we have now. You hop on a plane, you're across the seas or across the country in a few hours. You do your business dealings, and a few days later you jump on the plane, you come back. It was long journeys and travels by foot, by horse and wagon, by boats, and therefore sometimes the husbands would have to be gone very long. Says the PELE YOETZ, make sure you have to know that your wife is sitting all by herself. She's in distress and she's sad that you're not there. She misses you. She longs for her husband, so send her letters. And if you have the abilities to do so financially, send her gifts. Send her a beautiful a beautiful trinket or something like that from the place where you are in. Send her a little gift, a t-shirt that says, I climb Mount Everest, wherever you might be. Send her something so she knows that while you are so far away, your mind and your heart is on her. That's what the PELE YOETZ is saying. A woman needs to know how much her husband is thinking about her, even when he's not there together with her. It will be considered a great mitzvah, whether you do a little or you do a lot, in this area, to make sure that you are fulfilling the samach es ishtay, to make your wife rejoice and to be happy. That's even when you're not there. And again, we have, whether for better or for worse, with technology today, and you can send pictures wherever you are on your phone. So you're at a wedding, take pictures, take little videos, send them over to your wife so she feels a part of it. She feels that you're there, that she's there with you. At least she feels that while you are there, what are you thinking about? All the great time that you're having? She's worrying about you, you're drinking together with your friends and acting like a fool? No, she sees, you know what, he's taking pictures, he's having me in mind. He takes a selfie together with one of your good friends and you send it back to your wife. I know it sounds silly little things, but it's not at all. This is the way in which a husband stays connected to his wife, even when he is far away. It will give your wife a chiyus. It'll give her hope. It'll give her connection to you. It'll make her feel good. You call her. Now we have, Baruch Hashem, telephones. You can call. You can keep in touch. You call her a couple of times throughout the day just to let her know how things are going. I'm driving over here. I'm going over here. I had a great meeting here. The wedding was incredible. The Sheva Brachos was sublime. Whatever you're going to speak about and you're going to talk about, and let her know that while you are traveling so many miles away, there's only one person that's really on your mind, and that's your wife. If a person does that, so whatever tsar, whatever anguish she is in, that she's by herself, taking care of the kids, driving carpool, making meals, and she is geschmattered, as they would say. She's just wiped out with your absence. But if she knows how much it means to you, and you thank her for letting you go, and you thank her for letting you do the things that you do, and you make her feel good, and you buy her a nice gift, and you bring it back, so then it's as if, even though there was real, actual distance, but in the heart and the mind and the soul, it's as if you were still together with her every single step of the way. Have a wonderful day.